How to print a date in a regular format? This is my code. This prints November 22nd, 2008, which is exactly what I want. But I have a list I'm appending this to, and then suddenly everything goes wonky. Here is the code. This prints the following. How can I get just a simple date like November 22nd, 2008?
The why, dates are objects. In Python, dates are objects. Therefore, when you manipulate them, you manipulate objects, not strings or timestamps. Any object in Python has two string representations. The regular representation that is used by print can be get using the str function. It is most of the time the most common human-readable format and is used to ease display. So str datetime 2008, 11, 22, 19, 53, 42, gives you November 22nd, 2008 19 column 53 column 42. The alternative representation that is used to represent the object nature, as a data. It can be get using the repr function and is handy to know what kind of data you're manipulating while you are developing or debugging. Repr datetime 2008, 11, 22, 19, 53, 42, gives you datetime 2008, 11, 22, 19, 53, 42. What happened is that when you have printed the date using print, it used str so you could see a nice date string. But when you have printed mylist, you have printed a list of objects and Python tried to represent the set of data, using repr. The how, what do you want to do with that? Well, when you manipulate dates, keep using the date objects all along the way. They got thousands of useful methods and most of the Python API expect dates to be objects. When you want to display them, just use str. In Python, the good practice is to explicitly cast everything. So just when it's time to print, get a string representation of your date using str date. One last thing. When you tried to print the dates, you printed mylist. If you want to print a date, you must print the date objects, not their container, the list. E.g., you want to print all the date in a list. Note that in that specific case, you can even omit str because print will use it for you. But it should not become a habit. Smile. Practical case, using your code. Advanced date formatting. Dates have a default representation, but you may want to print them in a specific format. In that case, you can get a custom string representation using the datetime method. Datetime expects a string pattern explaining how you want to format your date. E.g., all the letter after a % represent a format for something. %d is the day number, 2 digits, prefix with leading zeros if necessary. %m is the month number, 2 digits, prefix with leading zeros if necessary. %b is the month abbreviation, 3 letters. %b is the month name in full, letters. %y is the year number abbreviated, last 2 digits. %y is the year number full, 4 digits, etc. Have a look at the official documentation, or McCutcheon's quick reference. You can't know them all. Since PEP 3101, every object can have its own format used automatically by the method format of any string. In the case of the datetime, the format is the same used in datetime. So you can do the same as above like this. The advantage of this form is that you can also convert other objects at the same time. With the introduction of formatted string literals, since Python 3.6, December 23, 2016, this can be written as vocalization. Dates can automatically adapt to the local language and culture if you use them the right way, but it's a bit complicated. Maybe for another question on Stack Overflow, smile!
Edit. After C's suggestion, I have started using time as well.
The date, datetime, and time objects all support a strict time format method to create a string representing the time under the control of an explicit format string. Here is a list of the format codes with their directive and meaning. This is what we can do with the datetime and time modules in Python. That will print out something like this.
Use date.datetime. The formatting arguments are described in the documentation. This one is what you wanted. This one takes locale into account. Do this.
댓글 요한 채 뜨시고 플리즈 컵시더 서브스크라이빙